Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? So, got some interesting updates, so let's dig right on in, guys. Boom. So, everybody's been hearing about that 5500 series that came out. Now it looks like they are getting an XT. Or is it just an overclocked non-XT? So, looks like the verdict is out. Unfortunately, the XT is just a 5500, just overclocked. Just like they were kind of suspecting, considering that it looked like the only thing that was getting updated on there was a potential between 4 and 8 gigabytes of GDDR6. Not sure if that will make a huge difference for performance-wise, maybe for memory-based algorithms for mining, but in the long run, I don't think that you're going to see too much of a dramatic difference, considering GDDR6 is still GDDR6 no matter how many gigabytes of it you have. As long as you're not maxing it out, typically you're usually pretty good. So if you guys were, kind of looking forward to this, unfortunately, you're not going to see any real performance bump unless you're an Apple fan. Looks like the Apple guys are getting the 5500M, which is exclusive to Apple, and that one has got 1536 streaming processors on there, so it's a little bit, a lot higher than the 1408 that the regular 5500 series gets. So if you got a any kind of an Apple PC, you're winning with their version on there. Me personally, I don't see enough of a performance gain staying with the 5500 versus the 5700, except for in pricing. But I'm looking for something that's going to be able to do some actual work versus these, which will be definitely performing on the lowest end. I hate to bash on AMD's, but their graphics card department, they are trying to go after the low to mid-tier market. That's their business model. That's fine by me. I like stuff that's got a little bit more horsepower behind it, gotta have horsepower. That's just me. And unfortunately, as of right now, NVIDIA definitely has the horsepower behind it. So, whenever you're pitting them against something that's memory intensive, AMD all the way. But for anything that's going to be core intensive, NVIDIA, hands down. Majority of your games are going to be heavy on NVIDIA. There's very few games that AMD line gets a performance bump on it. Very, very few. Everything else is, like I said, very much NVIDIA dependent. A lot of, even your mining, they love NVIDIA. But I do keep an eye on all the AMD stuff just because of the fact that they are hitting the low to mid-tier markets, which helps kind of keep NVIDIA from, price gouging, in my opinion. But that's just me. So got to have competition in the market. They're showing some of the price tags on some of the stuff. Now I believe these are in yuans. So if you wanted to do the conversion on there, of course these are all yuan. So don't get, it's not 14,000 American dollars. It's 14,000 yuan, which it's a few $100. Not too bad. I actually don't even know what that would be. I wonder what 14,000 yuan really is. Let me actually just put it in here. So 14 1,000, and it was 99 yuan to USD, and that comes out to $212. Like I said, a couple $100. So I was just wanted to get like a better number on there. So you're looking at $212.78, according to what the prices are on here, coming from that Chiggity China. The next thing is this one actually is like kind of like a little mini announcement, and I'm not talking about the Pi, guys. I mean, this is pretty mini too, but it looks like AMD is going to be producing a mini PC that will be enabling what they call an open ecosystem. So guys, open source. So are they trying to make their own version of the Pi? Check this out, guys. So, I mean, to me it kind of does look like the Pi. Yo, check out that board. I mean, check out that board. And then, let's see here. Boom. And you can check out this. I can even pull this out a little bit further, so I can actually take this apart a little bit more and actually break it out of the case just a little bit here. Boom. So, bam. This is a Raspberry Pi 4. And in all of its glory, not very much here, you know, fits in the palm of your hand. And if you look at, boom, this pretty much looks like the same thing. It looks like it's using laptop RAM, which that'll be interesting. And pretty much everything that I have here on the Pi. I'm not sure how this one gets powered up at all, but this one looks like it's got a little 4-pin, so you can hook it up to an existing PC's power supply. And power it up that way, or it'll come with its own wall plug that has an adapter for this to be able to power this particular model up. This one looks interesting. It's got its own little heatsink and everything on there. And this one looks like a really elaborate Pi. I mean, just the casing on that alone looks like the Pi. But what I liked about it, many PCs powered by AMD Ryzen-enabled processors will be supporting a growing list of software partners with pre-validated packages based on open-sourced software. One of them, and I've played with it myself, one of the drivers that they're going to be allowing on their mini PC is an ROCm driver. If you guys are unfamiliar with that, I did some testing with that on the Grin Miner. I'm actually just reassembling the Pi right here as I'm sitting here chit-chatting with you guys. Make sure I put these pins in the right spot. Give me some light here. Alright, cool. Back together. Cool. And, but the ROCm drivers enabled the one Grin mining card, the 16 gigabyte one, enabled it to mine on Grin 31 pretty effectively. Not the highest hash rate because Grin likes core, not memory. It does have a memory requirement, but okay, it doesn't necessarily need it. So they have the ROCm drivers that they're allowing on here. They're allowing OpenCL on here. So these things should mine pretty good. I'm just saying. I don't know what the hash rate would be on one of these. I almost want to dig into this and see what the pricing is on one of these, and grab one of them, load up the ROCm driver on here, and put it on to Grin or something like that. Even some of that Monero. Do some testing with that. But I have to see what the pricing is on this. But if this thing is like $100, I might just spring and get this. If you guys want, if it's like $100 or you guys want to help me just get this, guys, and you want to support the channel a little bit, guys, check out hotrodmining.com. You can get some awesome gear, hats, shirts, some PC equipment, and that all basically goes into the pot of me getting more equipment to test out for all of you guys. So if you guys would like to see that, everybody right now, just hop on over there and help it out. Just kidding, you don't have to. But I mean, it's like whenever I came across this, it actually looked really interesting, especially the one that's got the cooling fins already up on there. I would like to know if this one, how they're utilizing the cooling fins. Do they have any thermal transfer other than just radiating the heat from the case out? That would be a good question that I would love to test out. Boom. Because it's going to have built-in graphics into there. Just going to be able to hook up to the internet, of course. Boom. It looks like you should be able to even potentially have like an in and an out for internet. Like maybe you can daisy chain these things together. That's pretty cool too. Like linking in a whole bunch of these to kind of amplify the computing power of one. That's some interesting stuff right there. I would love to know what the limitations are on this. It's going to be running the AMD Zen CPU, and it's going to have a Vega GPU architecture built into it on an SoC chip. Pi. SoC chip. System over chip. So they just basically, and that's in their overview at the very bottom, they're saying it's a Pi. Their version of it with a Zen CPU and Vega GPU architectures built right into it. So I'm going to look more into this one, guys. So stay tuned. This might get tested out on this channel. That just kind of gave me like some ideas. So I'm going to bookmark this even for myself, guys, and check it out. Talking about checking some stuff out. Unfortunately, if any of you guys use AIO Miner, they are going to be turning off their mining program as of January 1st. Looks like between them having issues with trying to make it easy enough for people to download with Windows and every other antivirus out there flagging every single miner that you can download into Windows, it's going to get flagged as a virus. Nobody will get the clearance for mining. Some of that has to do with Monero, with so many malicious miners out there that are trying to steal computing power off of people. You're not going to find very many mining software that you're going to be able to download and not have an argument with your PC at some point in time. I mean, even Chrome will sit there and block it, be like, oh, this is malicious, it's a virus. And even though you're like, I know where this is coming from, it's just mining software. Let me download it. So you're gonna have an argument. You'll see on a few of my other videos that I've already done where I'm having arguments with the miner, trying to download it from the internet. You know, you go through the right you go to the right website. You know you're going to a trusted website. But, you know, of course, everybody's going to give you flack for being a miner because they all secretly hate you. But no, it's just life of a miner at that point. It looks like they were focusing in a little bit too much on trying to make it easy enough for everybody, while also providing free software to everybody. That is, I'm all for trying to help everybody out. But at the same time, if you're running a company, you need to be making a revenue Otherwise, you're basically doing everything on a voluntary basis. Voluntary is all nice, you know, if it's something that you're making for more of yourself versus everybody else. They try to step it up and make it for everybody else. You need to be able to get paid. I totally understand that. So, because they were trying to provide a fully free product, the only time that you had to pay was to actually get onto AIO Miner's website. There's features that are in the website itself that you can pay for, and that's how they were generating their fees. But it does not look like it was enough. You know, they could have charged, you know, maybe 0.3 you know, percent miner fee, something like that. But then they also had other issues where the software just did not work as intended all the time. So they were definitely having issues on the coding end of it. Unfortunately, you know, as hard working as they were, they're going to be no more as of the 1st of next year. So that is less than a month away, guys. And you know, it's like, what are you guys all planning on doing for the holidays? That's like less than a month away. Oh, and then of course I've also put this out to all of you guys. Anybody using Crypto Bridge, guys, I hope that you are working on getting any kind of crypto you may have off of there. They will be closing their doors down as of the 15th, guys. That's 10 days away from now, okay? They no longer allow anybody to do deposits in there. They shut that down on the 3rd. Now you're only able to pull your funds out of Crypto Bridge itself. So, and note that they are going to be compliant to all federal, all kind of laws from the EU, it looks like. So, you know, God knows if they're doing a bankruptcy or whatever, what's actually going on in their end. But you can get onto the exchange. You can't. I don't even think I can get on the exchange, because anytime that I try to redirect myself to Crypto Bridge, it just brings me right to here. Let's see here. So you're going to have to jump through hoops at this point, it looks like, in order to get on there. So hope everybody has their stuff off. Hope everybody stayed frosty on this one. And again, like always, you know, you can always check out hotrodmining.com. Help out the channel in any which way, shape, or form. And then one last thing. Just one last thing. Just one. You know, I've talked a lot about that yen.io. And it looks like crypto winter has taken another domino. So it looks like yen.io is going to be closing their doors to the crypto market as of the 1st of next year also. So if there's anything that any kind of information that you would put out there, pictures or whatnot, certainly make sure that you have those backed up. And before the end of the year, if you have Binance or Coinbase attached to your account on yen.io, I strongly suggest to unlink them, the APIs from each other. You want to do them on both ends, so you can unlink it from yen.io side, and then you have to go into Coinbase or to Binance, and you have to turn the API links off from there also. So if you guys ever need any kind of hand trying to figure out all that stuff, certainly hit me up in my Discord. Links are down below, guys, and I would love to see all of you there. And while you're checking links down below, because everything in this video, I have all the links in down below, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, hit the subscribe bell, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff. And like always, I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Peace.